All right, this is the most professional fucking podcast in Newcastle, How to Not Comedy. Today, we've got the man with the golden pipes, Jordan Smith, in the house, all the way from Grafton. No, you're living here now.
I do live here.
Yeah.
I haven't made the trip.
But no one knows why.
It's better than Grafton, man, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sort of.
Oh, shit.
This is going great. Now we got weird noises. Is that you, Shaz?
No, it's some shit. Just ignore it and keep going, man.
So glad that wasn't
Podcast
Shaz.
hard.
I would have lost my mind. Fucking just get real mad at Shaz in the middle of the podcast.
I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather we try and stay on track.
And on International Women's Day of all days.
Is
Yeah.
it International Women's Day?
I think it's
It is.
today, yeah, pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Wow, look at you.
Shout out to women's
all
featherweight, what is it, strawweight champion.
Yeah,
Fucking-
that was a good fight.
That was the best fight.
That was the
I've
best
seen.
one.
Fight of the year.
The last one was trash. I didn't
Yeah.
even...
Fucking every
Well,
fight
watch
is
it,
fight
yeah.
of the year with you. Every time.
Yeah, no,
Fight
I'm
of the
calling it
year.
early. It's just March.
Until the next UFC, when the next fight that you like is now fight of the year.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
Fuck
it
yeah.
works.
No, it was a good fight. Her forehead though, fucking
Oh,
hell.
dude, she was fucked.
Man, it had its own postcode at the end of the fucking fight, man.
Dude.
It was crazy.
I
Holy
couldn't
shit.
believe it. Like,
It was a
Yeah.
fucking canvas, man.
she's like the fucking elephant lady.
I just want to know how big it's going to be in a few hours' time from now.
Oh man.
'Cause that's not going to stop swelling. That's going to
I
keep
think
going.
you probably lost the fight if the shape of your head is different 25 minutes later. Like, if they've changed the anatomy of your body, you got to call it, man. You've lost, pretty much, you know?
So yeah, that was a fucking monumental UFC that went for way too goddamn long.
Oh man, I was supposed to have dinner with my mummy tonight.
That's not happening.
No, I messaged her. I'm so sorry, mum.
Yeah, I was supposed to have dinner with your mummy too, but I had to fucking cancel as well, bro.
I love it.
Two in a row. Fucking
Hey,
love
there
it.
we go.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell her I missed dinner for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a How to Not Comedy podcast.
Yeah, it's great.
Have you shown your mum the podcast yet?
Fuck no.
No.
Yeah.
How is your relationship with your mum? Is it like, do you swear in front of her, or do you tell her about drugs and stuff? Because I don't swear in front of my mum, you know.
Yeah.
That's why she never comes to my shows.
Okay.
And also because she'd be disappointed even more than she already is. But
Was she telling your friends or her friends that you were on the radio when you were on the radio?
yeah, but you know, most of the time it was just her listening. Most of it, because I was doing a small town Christian community radio
yeah.
show. I was on 7 to 10 of a Friday night, and boy oh boy, did it
Party
go off.
hours.
No,
Yeah.
it was nobody listened, but it was fun. It was fun. That was
Yeah,
it.
just you in a room.
It's all right,
by
Dan.
yourself.
Just me in my room by myself.
Oh, well, we also do a recording that no one listens to. So
Oh, great.
It's fine.
I'm in good company.
Yeah.
we know how it feels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
This is literally just. I've got to fucking say this is just.
Don't do that. Oh, there we go. You've done it.
That's what you've.
You're the
That's
first.
why you've left it on the table, isn't
Yeah.
it? You're like, yeah.
Dinner and a show.
This is. Yeah. This is how we have anal sex.
All right.
Cool, man. I'm glad you brought that up.
How many people have spat on that banana? so far?
How far down?
No
can
one
you
had the
get at this
courtesy
room?
to spit. Only
Just
you.
go dry.
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
That's always good. Did you bring notes today, Mitchell?
Fuck no.
No.
Of course not. Did
Fucking
you?
unprepared. Yeah, I bought notes.
Talk about your shows.
Oh yeah, that's what this whole thing's about, isn't it?
Alright, so
alright.
Tuesday night. Did you come here on Tuesday
I
night?
wasn't here. No, I was in the bush.
You
Crown and
fucking-
Anchor. You're in the bush.
Yeah, I was out in the bush for TAFE. I was just out there.
Okay.
That,
Care to elaborate?
Yeah.
No, don't
Nah,
dwell on
let's-
that. I was talking about. I'd rather talk about the.
I was out in the
crackdown.
bush.
I was-
What?
no, I was
Burying
just-
bodies.
Yeah, but you know that's extracurricular for the TAFE. But
Yeah.
no, I was just doing a TAFE course, so I was out in the bush. We had to learn how to navigate and save people's lives, and go out and
What's the course?
outdoor recreation?
Oh yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
TAFE course.
It's a TAFE course, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I should
It
be
was
doing
ran
that.
by one of Ivan Milat's cousins.
Yeah, we're actually burying the bodies back up now. That's our job. Moving them around.
Yeah. Got to keep the fucking cops
Exactly.
on their toes.
Yeah, exactly, right? You
Yeah.
gotta keep it easy.
So you chose to do something productive with your time, other than what we did, which was just fucking bomb.
Was
Yeah.
it a bad?
Crown
Was
Anchor.
it bad at Crown this week?
Dude, so
Yeah, it's
bad.
pretty rough.
Really?
Yeah.
I had that awkward moment where, like, you say a punchline expecting people to laugh, and then no one laughed.
And it's rough when you throw that first one out there and it doesn't get anything. You just say to yourself, like, God, I'm going to hate myself after this.
Oh, dude.
After 5 minutes, this is going to be crushing.
It was so bad that I was just like, why the fuck am I still standing up here? Like 30 seconds into the set. It's
they're
just
bad.
awful.
They make you question everything. A bad bomb will make you question
Your
everything.
sexuality.
Oh, God, everything. I fucking suck a dick out the alleyway after a bomb, man. I'll do anything, you know?
You just got to wash the bad taste out of your mouth.
I'll fucking
With
tickle a
another-
bartender's genitals, bro, after a bomb, you know? I don't even know who I am.
Oh, dude. It was fucking rough. I signed Ethan up first, and he had a pretty okay set. Like,
Yeah.
it was
You
bombing
and-
at first, but then he brought it back. And then I went, did I go second or third? One of the two. No, I went third after Elliot. Elliot bombed.
That's a bad sign if Elliot bombs. I always go, oh. It's gonna be
Yeah,
rough.
yeah.
It's gonna
Like,
be rough for everybody.
I was just like, I got up there and just ate a fat one.
Was it a bomb as in they don't like you, or a bomb as in my taco was more entertaining than whatever you're saying?
I think it was everything. It was just...
All at once.
they
You
were
did the
just-
whole, you prepared like new shit and you were going to do new shit and then you're like, got up there and you tried it and it just wasn't working and you're like, oh, I'm going back to my old shit.
And that
And then that
bomb-
wasn't
And then the old
working.
shit doesn't work either. And you're like, oh, God, why do I even exist?
Yeah. First set back from Raw. Like, had
Was
an-
it your first since Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a
So-
comeback. That's a come down. That's like an MDMA come down after
It's-
Raw.
yeah.
Every set.
Yeah, it was absolutely fucked.
Yeah, man.
So, and then Ethan followed that up with Sticks and Stones, didn't you?
Yeah. We should clarify that Crown Neck is not always like that though. Like sometimes you can go pretty fucking wild.
Sometimes it's good, man. The first one I ever did here, I was like, I just moved down and I did it. And it was great. It was so much fun. And then the next one, it was what it always is. Which is painful. It was
Yeah.
it was like Newcastle comedy just lubing me up before they fuck me over and over again.
Yeah. That was the Kent. The very first time we did the Kent, it was like a great night. Everyone had a great show. And then the next month, everyone came in all fucking cocky and
Yeah,
ready
right?
to kill again, and everyone fucking ate a dick.
That's the best thing about comedy, I think, is that as soon as you think you've got it, it just slaps you in the face.
Oh,
and
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
Sit down. You ain't got shit, man.
Yeah.
It always humbles you. I think it's
Oh man, I was ready for the bomb on Tuesday. I was like, it's coming. It's coming. I was saying to Ethan before the
Yeah,
show.
you kind of
I'm
set
like-
yourself up for it, man.
I was like, nah, this is gonna be a good one. Watch
Sometimes
this.
there's nothing you can do. Like sometimes you just like, yeah, I just gotta eat the dicks, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, then Sticks and Stones was Wednesday. I went down to Sydney for the Chippo Hotel, and it's a fucked room.
Is it? Yeah, that's the one where they always heckle. They're allowed to heckle.
the crowd heckles, and there's a desk with a gong.
Yeah, and they got the
fucking
gong.
heckle
there's
you.
a man in the back with a no soul. He's just dead inside.
Yeah, I don't know why they thought, hey, how can we make stand-up comedy more painful for people? And that's the answer.
Yep.
Welcome to the Sticks and Stones podcast. You'll suck.
Cheers, man.
And that's pretty much what it is. Like
Yeah.
every time they're just like, and especially if you do a bit that you've already done before there, like you cannot fucking take old shit back there. They'll eviscerate.
You gotta be
it.
fresh
Yeah.
every time.
Yep. Yeah, with new stories and shit. The only reason I killed was because I don't know if I've told this story before, but I had a threesome with my mate and I was slapping my nuts on his forehead and like, and then he killed himself afterwards.
No!
Yeah,
What?
true story.
Not immediately after. Like, we'll clear that up.
That might have been the last thing he ever did.
That's yeah, exactly. That might have been the straw.
Oh,
Technically, it was the last thing that got done to him, but
I can't move on from that.
So that is the
I
type
think
of shit you
you
have
have
to
told me
bring.
that before. I was probably a little drunk, but I can't
Yeah.
remember. But
Yeah, it's fucked. It's like that type of stories you have to bring to Sticks and Stones to do any good. So unless you have one of those stories like every week, you're just fucked. Like you're not. Gonna
I'm just
do
got
well
my
there.
balls out evereverhere I go, trying to get material.
Yeah, you got to be like
Ready to just
complete
drape it
belligerent.
over anybody.
Yeah,
you're just known as the comedian who slaps his balls against people.
That can be. I mean,
Yeah.
not for
bits,
long.
man.
Nobody cares. I'm not CK.
man.
No one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, that DJ is going off downstairs. Is it downstairs or down the hall?
Yeah,
Stairs.
it's
I can fucking feel that vibration on the floor. Crazy. Surprised Shaz hasn't tried dragging herself across the floor yet.
wow.
I don't know. I just thought I'd throw it out there.
I'll have you know, I fucked Shaz properly this morning.
Oh, good.
She doesn't need to be dragging herself across the floor, man.
Balls on the forehead or no tea bag? What are we talking?
Yeah.
Earl Grey?
Yeah.
Fucking English breakfast, dog.
I had sex this morning too.
Did you? What was his name?
hey, there we go.
Hey.
Always got that one ready to go.
Yeah, no.
I didn't
it
have
was-
sex this morning. Just to let
Didn't
everyone
ya?
know. No, I didn't know. You guys were talking about it. Just
Yeah.
to let you know.
No, that's all right.
Oh,
Next
wait.
time you can watch.
I was going to say, didn't you stay at your nan's last night? That was the night before, wasn't it?
That was the night before. I did stay at my grandma's house.
Yeah. What was Wednesday night? No, that was Sticks and Stones.
Yeah.
Thursday night was fucking, the new gig at Kahaba.
Yes.
Hi, that was a good gig.
The kids'
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun. A guy called for the courtesy bus halfway through my setup.
That's right. You got
Oh.
heckled by a fucking announcement.
Destroyed any momentum that I had.
That was
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. But still,
Yeah.
you know, it wasn't a bad gig.
You soldiered on, though.
Yes, got a soldier
good.
on.
Kept going.
Got a half-assed laugh at the end. And he was right at the end with the closer, and he was just like, fucking come outside, it's the last courtesy bus. Over to everybody in the bar.
Yeah.
And the worst thing was he was watching from the bar. He saw that I was, he probably made eye contact with me. He was like, I'm going to fuck this guy tonight.
Man, this is going nowhere.
Yeah. In the middle of a premise for my closing joke. But hey,
This was some weird heckles too. We got heckled by a broom. There was a lady just like scrubbing violently in the
God.
corner.
I had to
open
acknowledge
mic
that
comedy.
one.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was rough.
Yeah.
I was getting heckled a fair bit.
Yeah. Was Adam back? Hey, Adam.
How's it going?
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Just
It's
to
fine.
interrupt the flow
Yeah.
of the show, mate. It's fine.
Yeah. We
There
were
was
just
no.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, fucking. That was a good night though. For
It
the
was- it
first
was
night.
fun.
I think it went better than we were all expecting.
Except for that, and shout out to Eddie for putting on the show and all that, but the first like game that she tried to play did not work at all.
Yeah, I actually was kind of drunk and I didn't really hear the setup for the game. And then I don't think it really mattered because
No one
was
had,
into it.
there was no setup. It was just she just read out news headlines to us and yeah, make this funny. I was like, oh.
We're not that good. It's
No.
not going to happen.
No. No, I did. The one joke I remember is I made reference to me having sex with something.
I made a joke about you and James being fat and it bombed. And that's what I get for being a cunt.
You did have a good one though, Ethan. When one of the premises were, "What's the worst way to start a show?" and you said, "I know the worst way to end one."
Oh,
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was right.
Still didn't get the $50 voucher though.
Yeah,
Eddie,
that was my
but,
mate. He got that. He's going to take me out on a date, I think. you
Oh,
know?
fuck yeah, man.
Maybe I can break the drought. We'll see what happens, you know?
Should drag your nuts on his forehead.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's how the fucking UFC fighter, she got a little bit of coronavirus in her forehead. From someone dragging those yeasty balls across the fucking plains of wherever she's
Jesus
from.
Christ.
Poland. Is that too much?
Oh,
Is it
shit.
too much?
No,
I don't know
that's-
what the
that's
vibe
perfect,
is.
No,
mate.
that's
I never
fine.
listened to the
Keep
vibe.
going,
I
go
don't know what the
further.
vibe is.
Yeah. Look, I could listen to that voice all day no matter what you're saying. You could be spouting like racist white power stuff and I'd be in. I'd be like,
That's my other podcast. Don't worry about
That's
that.
Jared's podcast.
Yeah,
He doesn't do that anymore. Oh, fuck. I kind of want to get him on the show, though, just to see how far we can push him.
Get some hard R's.
who's that?
Jared.
Oh,
Just to
yeah.
see
Dude.
what we can get out of you. I reckon if you egg him on, he'd get him pretty racist.
100%. I think if
You don't need
told
to
him,
egg him on. That's just Jared.
It's provided.
Yeah.
That's just complimentary.
Classic.
Yeah. That fucking review he put online of that the show.
Oh, the type 5 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucking gold.
What did he say? Can you remember?
Oh man, I'd have to quickly look
Something
it
about him
up.
being like a white supremacist who approves like, this show or some shit.
I'll see if I can bring it up. You guys just fill in time.
Thanks, man. Professional. It's going to be really worth the payoff too when you find it, and it's just not that great.
Can you remove reviews?
Yeah. That's what I do for this podcast all the time. That's why there's no comments. Just delete them all.
There's just videos of people. Tickets half sold out.
See,
don't know,
is that
that's
the
a
one that
weird
did the scam thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know that much. Well, I don't know that much about it because she didn't scam me because Cleo wasn't fucking good enough to scam. So I felt kind of left out. That I wasn't even scam worthy from this woman.
Yeah.
Like, fine, all right, don't know my material.
Yeah. No, that's all right. And then Friday night you went to Coast Comedy. Did you do Coast Comedy as
Yeah,
well?
I was on.
Yep.
Yeah, I went up second. It was
Yeah.
really good. God, that was a fun show, man.
You got on there when they were still paying attention, which was a
No, but
good
it was
spot
good.
to
I
be.
mean, there was like some drunk family at the back.
Yeah.
Some
Family.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
some real rowdy lady.
Yeah.
I was embarrassing her family, but like, she just kept going at it,
Oh, fuck
Mitch
yeah.
Garling was MCing, just kept telling him to shut the fuck up over and over again. I don't know how many times he said it, but
A many.
yeah, if I had
Yeah.
a beer for every time he said it,
Oh yeah.
I would not have been driving home. I'd been fucking on the floor.
Cunt,
It
if
was
you
pretty
just
bad.
had a beer, you would go.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's because he's skinny, and you understand that joke now because we got video. Look at
Is
this.
this the first one you had video on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've
Yeah,
actually
and there's a reason
podcasted.
why we don't have video, and I'm
Is it
it.
because of Dragon Balls? Is that the answer?
Yeah. You have a voice for radio. Mitch has a body for radio.
Hey, there we go.
Sorry, man. I had
wow.
to go for it.
No, that was good. Fucking swing for the fences.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good gig that Dave runs down there. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was like invite only, and then you were like, oh no, there's a sign up sheet. So
Is
I
there a
signed up
sign-up
for
sheet?
it.
Yeah, he'll get you on eventually if you write your name down on
Okay.
that.
Maybe.
It was kind of cool because my dad, when he was a kid, he used to sail at Gosford Sailing.
Wait a minute. How did you get on the show if you didn't do the sign-up sheet?
No, I didn't. He just
You just
like
asked.
I texted him ages ago. He asked me to be on.
Oh, you texted him, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
a long time ago.
Fair enough.
Anyway, my dad used to sail catamarans at the sailing club, so I thought it was kind of cool that I would be there and
Yeah.
ruin any kind of legacy that he ever had by getting up there and fucking talking about my dick for 5 minutes at a sailing club, the most posh of all clubs.
You reckon? Country club's got to be posher than a sailing club, sure.
Sailing club's got to be posh because it's a country club on water. Like
Oh,
they can
posh.
afford to not.
But they're also like white people wasted. So
Yeah, that's true.
any sense of dignity that they had by the end of the night was fucking
Yeah, a few too
gone.
many
And
sad
it was
blonks
in
down the hole.
Gosford.
Yeah, that too.
That's-
They were loving the drug references too. I reckon
Yeah,
it
they like it
affected
when you
course they
slam
can.
them. Yeah.
them.
Yeah, because that's
It's
all they can
Gosford.
relate with.
Yeah. Every time I've been down to the Central Coast to like go out to a nightclub or something, there's been a lot of drugs involved.
Oh, yes.
It's yeah. What's
Yeah.
that? Is it Pulse Bar? I don't know.
Pulse, yeah, my friends went there afterwards, but I was too smashed. I had to go home.
Yeah, nah. Don't go there.
The fucking
it's a bad
bouncers on the
place.
Central Coast are just like overly serious. We went to a like an after party at a pub for a MMA show that we went to.
Is this one of your stories that goes nowhere before?
Yeah.
If it doesn't end somewhere with yeasty
Yeah.
balls, I don't want to know, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Strap in. I can even visualize that now. That's fucking awesome. Go on.
No, fuck you.
What do you got?
No.
So you,
No, finish it. Come on.
what happened with the bouncer, mate?
He just interrogated me at the door, like stared at me, and he's much larger than I am too. And he's just like, "How many drinks you had?" I'm like, 3. He's like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Maybe 4. I don't know." Like, just yeah, you're right. It went nowhere.
Yep. Classic Mitch.
When you put that kind of pressure on me,
You should do that as a bit, man. That's a sick one.
yeah, nah. Thanks, man.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm so out of steam. That whole fucking UFC thing killed me. Sorry, by the way, James, for calling you out at 4. I was like, yeah, it'll be over by 4. It'll all be wrapped up by then.
Usually
Fucking
it
hour and a
is.
half later. Yeah, it usually is. But fucking
Man.
just nothing was happening. Every round went like the whole way. Well, every fight went.
That fucking
distance.
Adesanya Romero fight was dog shit.
It was terrible, and Romero was such a prick the whole time. I didn't want him to win. Like, I was like,
I didn't want either of them to win, to be honest.
they were pretty dull. I mean,
I didn't
the first
want-
round, they didn't do shit. They literally barely touched each
like
other.
fucking seven like strikes thrown in the whole round.
Pretty rubbish.
I think 2 of them hit. So yeah, it
Pretty
was
fucking boring.
Yeah.
Unlike this podcast.
just off tap.
The only thing less boring is talking about how boring it was for a couple of minutes.
Oh, fuck. But yeah, it was fun to watch Elliot lose a bunch, though. I don't know, was he up
yeah.
in the end?
No,
Dude,
no, he lost.
I can't believe he
Alright,
fucking
fun.
bet against that Wei Lee chick. Everyone's like, no, stop. And Brady's just like,
I thought him too.
Yeah.
I knew she was fighting.
Fuck.
but that ended up being a super close fight. So it could have gone either way. So it wasn't the worst advice. Could have been. It was just great watching Elliot like slowly break next to me, and then squeal like a girl.
Yeah,
Did
he
you
does.
notice that?
He's got a girly squeal. That's for sure.
Everyone's
Elliot.
like, yeah. He's like,
That's actually really accurate. That's time, bro.
Not here to defend himself, you're like, nah,
Yeah,
fuck
exactly. Throw him under the bus.
yeah, nah, fuck him.
it. Fuck him, he lost. Oh, shit.
Great.
Yeah, I don't have any other fucking notes, hey. I got like shit all. There's like the toilet paper thing that's been fucking done to death this week.
Oh, how about that toilet paper, guys?
It's, yeah. And I was like weaving my jokes into it as well all week. I'm like, this
Yeah, you had a few tags at Caliber that you were doing.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. I did a coronavirus joke at the club as well. And immediately after doing it, I fucking hated myself. I was just like, ugh.
But it's all
Burner
been done.
jokes.
Everyone's already thought of
know.
it. Corona
Yeah.
and Lime,
Yeah.
doesn't take much.
No, it's
Those jokes are
definitely-
only good for the week anyway. After that, they're fucking done.
Yeah. Same with like political jokes as well, I feel like. People who have like full political routines.
You get a good 4 years out of it,
Oh, maybe.
if you're lucky.
Yeah. How many fucking Trump jokes are there floating around?
My notes are so fucking bad. Here's one for you. Jesus was a homo with daddy issues, who just walks off with 13 men. What is that?
It's not bad.
Sounds like my kind of party.
There we go.
These are the thoughts that lead to jokes. No.
Yeah.
You got anything you've been working on?
Yeah. What was some of... I've tried on... this is so fucking bad. I tried rewriting jokes. So actually, that's one thing you can give me some feedback on is the new way I'm doing my my drug bit about the first time I ever did MDMA.
Yeah.
Like full acting it out now. Cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought so.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Have you done MDMA since then?
Yeah. I did it at an undisclosed location, my house.
You don't do it at like raves or anything. You just do it.
No, at my house. We weren't even really listening to music while I was doing it either.
I mean, anything is kind of fun if you're on MDMA.
Yeah. we were doing it with Ethan's little brother, and we were like hitting nangs, and every time he hits nangs, he comes back with some fucking profound realization, and he's like, "Oh, so what did you find out, man?" I'm like,
Found out it makes a weird noise in my head.
"Yeah, it was just felt funny and." Kind of went to sleep for 10 minutes, actually. Nothing profound about that. But
You know, my parents own an ice cream store in the town that I grew up in.
yeah.
And they use like the cream bomb, they shake it up and they anyway, that's, of course, they use nangs in that. That's the purpose of nangs that everyone's forgotten. And then, so when I turned 17, we just had a garage full of nangs, just thousands upon thousands of them. And I was just chucking them to my friends, at school a little bit, and then,
Yeah.
make a little extra on the side.
Oh, dude, that was our first sponsor. It was Cream Fiend.
It still is.
Cream
It
beans.
still is. They're
Until he
illegal
gets
now.
shut down.
Yeah,
No,
until
they're
he
not
gets shut
illegal.
down.
You just can't sell past 10 p.m.
Oh, well, that's
What is
fucking
cream
three-quarters
fiend?
of his...
What is cream
I think I've
fiend?
seen a video with that
Cream
online one
fiend?
time.
Well,
Well, let's tell you about Cream Fiend.
do you like whipped cream?
I do. Yes.
Do you like baking cakes before 10 o'clock at night?
Love it. I actually do bake cakes, so yeah.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it.
You look like the sort of dude who'd bake a cake.
Oh yeah, it's impressive,
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm trying to alpha dog him. It's my new thing that I do with people now. I just alpha dog them.
Yeah, you red velvet bitch. I don't know. I got nothing. I'm not.
You look like the man that'd eat lots of cakes.
I am the man that eats lots of cakes, in fact.
Maybe you should let him do his job then and make you a cake.
Do you remember how disappointed I was with the cake at Shaz's party when it wasn't chocolate? And I was like, I want chocolate.
What flavor was it?
Fuck you, it's Shaz's party. She wanted vanilla. Was it vanilla? Shaz, what flavor was it?
I don't even remember. Ethan bought it, something like that.
It was fucking shit. That's why you don't remember. Everyone remembers chocolate cake.
I don't like
That's
chocolate
true.
cake, Mitch. I never had
No one cares what you
Exactly.
fucking
I
like.
fucking forgot the cake the other year, so then I had to buy 2.
Yeah.
Neither of them was chocolate, so Fat Man was upset.
Yeah, I still ate it.
Another story that went nowhere. Fucking hell.
I had some cake the next day as well, and it was all stale. I still ate it. Fucking can't waste good cake.
I
How many
guess.
days out of the week do you eat cake for breakfast?
Never had cake for breakfast.
You never had it. I fucking had it. It's great.
No,
It's a good way to start the day.
you look like the kind of person who'd have cake for breakfast.
Come on, you fucking you kidding me, man?
I get it, I'm fat. Jeez. My self-esteem is down the toilet right now, thanks to you guys.
Come on, you're a comedian. You didn't have any to begin with. What are you talking
three
about?
quarters of my set is me making fun of myself.
That's all we are.
Can I ask, did
We're
you use
desperate.
the cock extender this morning? When you
No. How did that joke go, actually?
the cock extender joke?
joke.
A bit rough.
Yeah, look, the first bit was kind of okay, and the second bit just bombed.
You kind of forgot the word, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, through the power of
I was hoping no one had noticed that. I was like, because up on stage, pauses seem way longer than they actually are.
there's a decent one.
Yeah, nah, I do forget words.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of syllables.
What's a syllable?
Denial.
Oh, where you clap them out.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
ones.
nah, yeah, I remember that.
How did you forget denial?
Don't know.
Oh well. You struggle to make sentences half the time. So.
Yeah, which is weird for someone who is on a podcast. I should
Yeah.
be better at it. But I'm
You're doing
not.
well today, man.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, it's because I was going full rogie downstairs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you would call and stuff, and then he would say it 30 seconds later.
Don't
Yeah.
fucking tell him that.
Stroke my ego.
Don't inspire him at all. It's the fucking worst cunt to watch UFC with, because yeah,
He's calling out. Oh, he's going for a Kimura. Yeah, I know what that is. That's where they bend their arm around their back. Yeah, fuck yeah.
yeah. Mitch has done just enough martial arts to be scary and annoying.
I fucking love
He
it.
may look fat, but if he gets on top of you,
I will fuck your mouth.
Jesus Christ.
That's the most horrible alpha doking sentence I've ever heard.
I know.
Oh, fuck your mouth.
Violent.
Jesus
It won't be that bad. My cock's not that big. So.
Unless he brings the extender along, then you're
Oh
in
yeah,
trouble.
then you're in trouble.
Fucking hell.
Oh man, I wish we had the video podcast when you bought me the extender, because the box was so unassuming.
The box was awesome, but we'll have to
It was
bring
a
it in.
samurai sword
Is this,
with a penis inside another penis.
I don't understand how it clips on. Is it like a sheath? Do you clip it on? Does it have a little fastener?
Yeah, so if we were to use these,
I don't know why you need the peach. Because
yeah, you're right. You're right. Essentially, the penis goes inside the cock extender, and then the cock extender gives you like that much.
Okay,
extra.
so it's like a sheath.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Straps
Thank
around
you.
your
Just to make
nuts.
sure.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a
Yeah,
visual.
it's probably like a good, gives you an extra good 6 inches.
6 inches.
Yeah, and plenty of girth, and I'm all about that girth.
So is Tanya now, apparently,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah, so my joke is obviously I don't want to fuck my wife with it because then she'll find out what a real man feels like, which went kind of okay.
It did all right.
Yeah, and then the
That
second
part
bit,
did.
yeah, and the second bit was okay until I forgot the one word punchline that I had. Turns out jokes don't work when you forget punchlines. Who'd have thunk it?
What's the one-word punchline?
Denial. I forgot the word denial.
Ah, denial.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, no, that one needs some work there, champ.
Yeah. I'll see if I've written any other jokes because what's better than fucking giving you half-baked jokes?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah. All my fucking jokes are just way too wordy and awful. And every time I try and say them on this podcast, Ethan cuts me off halfway through. He's like, look, that's shit. I'm like, but the punchline's coming. I don't care.
Yeah. It was like that fight we watched. It's like, I don't fucking care how this ends now. Just fucking let it end so that we can do this shitty podcast and get food.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. Your new bit about fucking, is it Belmont?
Broadmeadow. Broadmeadow
Hospital.
Medical
That's
Centre.
fucking good shit.
Yeah, the only place you can walk in with a concussion and come out with syphilis. That's,
And that
that's an
happened
opener.
recently? Like,
That
true
happened last
story?
week. So the actual story is, my friend called
So
me
have you
up.
still got the syphilis or?
No, always. I had it beforehand. I'm the one that infected Broadmeadow, dude. I'm patient zero, bro. No, but, so my friend called me up after we'd come back from the bush. And it was you remember that night that it was raining a lot and it was like a big thunderstorm? So we got caught out. And then we were meant to hang out. And then he texted me, oh man, I still want to chill, but I broke my head. Like I busted my car door into my own head. And I'm bleeding a lot. And I said, all right, I'll come pick you up and take you to the hospital. So I went to Broadmeadow Medical Centre, which sucks. Have you been there?
Yeah. It's
Sounds
awful.
like
A good place.
Yeah, that's the one where it's on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
A
fucking
pharmacy
dog
is built into the hospital.
shit. Of course.
That's not okay.
You're supposed to go somewhere else.
No, because the doctors go to the pharmacy to get the meds to fix you in the hospital.
Yeah.
All hospitals have a pharmacy, right?
Yeah,
Just get the fuck out of here.
but this
Jesus
one sells
Christ.
ginger beer, man.
It's International Women's Day. Give her a fucking go, man.
Exactly.
what? You can't do that.
Quality. I'd
Yeah.
say the same thing if she had a dick.
Just hold the banana.
Exactly.
It'll calm you down.
Are they stress toys as well?
Yeah.
Oh, this is too squishy.
I know.
I'm not going to touch that.
Let it go.
All right. You happy now?
It's good fun.
Anyway,
Anyway, continue.
Oh, yeah.
Before Shaz rudely interrupted.
Anyway, so we went up to the lady. We were like, how long is it going to be? She said an hour. So then we just went to the McDonald's car park and smoked a huge joint.
Yeah.
And so we got really high, and then we were looking at the sunset, and we were like, oh shit, your head's bleeding. I forgot that it's open.
Yeah. That happens when you're stoned.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I forgot that your head is, I can see your brain.
Yeah.
So then we walked in, and we got his head stitched up, and the lady was kind of weird, and I make fun of her in my bits, which I'm
Shrek lady.
Shrek lady, which I'm kind of like in two ways about, because if she was at a show and she heard me tell that, she could fucking kill me. Like, she would kill me, this lady. And she does actually have family tattooed across her neck.
Oh, yeah.
so
yeah.
she's got others that'll back her up.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
She probably got
fucked.
a family of ogres in the fucking in the swamp, ready to fucking crush me, bro.
Dude, you gotta add that in.
Also, if you have family tattooed across your neck, you probably don't have a very good family life, to be honest. Like, that's the indicator that there's been some issues at home.
We're not good at it, but we try.
Yeah. I mean, like, and then I'd make a call like Vin Diesel, because he always talks about family. Anyway, they stitched my friend's head up, and we're all fucking red-eyed and fuzzy and all gone. And then we left, and then we had a couple McChickens, had a couple cones, and good night.
That's what you want after some brain damage. A few more cones. That'll level
Dude,
it
I
out.
think the McChickens were worse for him than the fucking cones,
Probably,
man,
yeah.
honestly.
Nah, nothing wrong with a McChicken. Fucking love me some
They used to
That's
have
the
it on the
best fast
$2
food
menu. Like the
Oh, yeah,
McChickens.
chicken and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they just got
What
hamburgers.
was it, a dollar menu?
They suck. The hamburgers suck, man.
They're dog shit. Yeah, I know.
Bring back
I'll
the
still
chicken
eat the
and cheese.
fuck out of one. Honestly, do I look like the sort of person who cares about what he puts into his body?
I've got a sort of story like that. It's not like no one's head got busted open. I did smash my head, but it's like I went and got weed at Avalon in Sydney, which is like a weird place to get weed.
Is that a fancy place?
Yeah. When you live in the inner west, it's a long drive too. So
You went from the inner west to Avalon to get weed.
I started out at like Glebe in Central, and I was getting pissed at the pub with my mate, and then
Yeah.
we picked up these 2 girls. It was like Princess and the Dragon scenario.
Oh yeah.
Like
So
one
you
of-
had the dragon.
Yeah, I did. And oh no, actually, Josh did. Anyway, we get to Avalon. We're really drunk, and then we start smoking weed, which recipe for disaster. He starts throwing up. I make fun of him for throwing up, calling him a pussy, all this fucking talking heaps of mad shit. Then I start throwing up. So of course, then he's calling me a pussy, talking mad shit back, and we're just really baked. And then we get in the car with the girls to like go back with all the weed, and we're driving along this fucking road, and it's this windy ass road. I can't remember the name of it. It comes out of Avalon, and I was so fucked up, like drunk and stoned. I don't really remember what happened, but I was like passed out in the passenger seat, and then I just woke up to like headlights in my face. And my mate was really stoned, driving on the wrong side of the road, like up this windy ass road. And we like nearly had a head-on collision, and like he swerved to fucking miss this car, and I just smashed my head like into the side of the car.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, and then just started uncontrollably vomiting like all this black shit because I was drinking like Jim Beam and Cokes all night. It was fucked.
no.
It was so bad. And we were trying to like fuck the chicks as well, and they're like, "Nah, this is not, this is not gonna
Once
happen."
black stuff exits your body,
Yeah, it's,
you ain't
it's all
fucking
over.
that.
It was bad.
Dude.
It's not happening.
You drinking bourbon?
Yeah.
It would have been bourbon, yeah. Fuck, man. I've never had a good night on bourbon before.
That's right.
My 19th birthday party, I was just drinking like house bourbon, which is just the trash. Like,
It's just metho, man.
yeah, it was fucking gross. And I'm in Taree, so their
Oh,
house
that's
bourbon-
even more disgusting.
Yeah.
That is
It's-
gross.
If someone from Grafton's like, what the fuck? Whoa.
Tyree, what the fuck?
Yeah.
God.
And I was in the shower drunk, and I was staring my ex-girlfriend like right in the eyes, and like I farted, but I shit myself
Didn't see that
but,
coming.
like a shotgun like against the shower wall, and it smelt so bad that she started like dry heaving, and I'm like, what?
is wrong
What? And I like turned around, and I'm like, I've just seen like black liquid just in the shower. I was like, ugh.
At least you weren't having a bath.
Yeah.
That would've been-
Jeez.
It's a whole thing. Fuck, man.
I
Yeah.
feel like we've got way too many shit yourself stories. Like,
So many.
Oh,
But
man.
you've never, like, when you're looking someone in the eye when you shit yourself, like you did that time on the podcast.
episode 1, I'm looking Mitch directly in the eyes, and I shouted
Shit
on the
yourself
podcast.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a good start.
it was.
Yeah.
It was.
That's
It was-
great.
It really set the mood for the rest of how it's going.
It's all
It's
good.
fucking great. Is there much fucking stand up like out in Grafton? Or,
No,
or-
there wasn't
what'd
any.
you do out
I had
there?
to start a room.
Oh,
I
fuck.
started a room at the back of the. I was really drunk one night. I walked into the back of this pub, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna start an open mic here." And then all it takes is you just get a mate with a microphone and you go, "Hey, can we do an open mic?" So yeah, invite everybody I knew, and then I think the room is still going, but I don't know. I just kind of left, and I was like, someone can deal with it.
Yeah.
Did you get paid for it?
No, never. I got maybe like 2 free beers out of it the whole time. It was just for the
Oh,
love of the
that's
game.
still pretty
But I
good.
don't know, I was doing gigs in Byron and did one gig in Dunoon. You know what Dunoon is?
Fuck no.
Dude, people in Dunoon don't know where the fuck Dunoon is. Dunoon. It's tiny as shit. At the sports club there was like 2 golden retrievers and a kid with chocolate on their face on a Sunday afternoon. Such a worst gig I've ever had in my life. It's just painful.
That's way worse than any gig I've had as well. I've never had to do any midday gigs yet.
Midday gigs. And there was like one guy there that was like yelling out the whole time. I swear he was like the fucking mayor of Dunoon, dude. Like, it was just one dude.
The fucking mayor of Mayfield. Do you
I
remember
haven't seen him in a while. Old Redfern.
Fucking Redfern. There used to be this dude at the Stag and Hunter. He used to just yell out fucking just
Incoherent shit.
Just words
Yeah.
for no reason. Like, it had nothing to do with the set or anything anyone was saying on stage. He'd just be like, yeah, Redfern. Like, what? You'd be like, Redfern? Like, yes?
I think it's because
Yeah.
someone asked him one time where he was from, and he said Redfern.
Oh, and it got a
And
laugh.
it got a huge laugh, so he thought that saying Redfern is how you make the funnies. So he just kept yelling it out.
I think he was right, actually. I'm going to use that.
I speak fluent crackhead, actually.
Yeah.
Because you look like one.
Yeah,
So like,
exactly.
oh, he's one of our people.
How are we doing on time, James?
37 minutes.
Oh, fuck. We've got to do another 20 minutes of this shit.
23. Ooh.
Oh, I don't know if we're going to do it. I reckon
Did you bring any games?
Oh, we had Brooke on last week. She brought some games. It was,
Fucking good fun.
that was good shit. It would have been great if we had recorded Mitchell's mic.
You didn't record, Mitch, the whole time?
No, and it was somehow my fault, even though Ethan did the sound check.
I did the sound check. He was clear in the mic, and then he's like adjusted the mic and shit. I reckon he's bumped the button off. My theory.
I feel like you
Not
did the
from
sound
fans.
check, and you're like, I can hear him because I was sitting next to you.
How would I? Oh, fuck it. I'm not even getting into it. That one's gone. Tyler's trying his very best to fucking salvage
dude.
it.
Like
Don't think it's gonna
manually going in every time I talk, adjusting the fucking volume up.
That's what I've been doing, but in reverse.
Oh yeah, he usually does that for me.
How many times do you think you've shit yourself in your life?
Oh, dude, too many to count.
a-
Like
a median number.
last year, 2019, Ethan and I had a.
I thought you said 29, just like
Easily be double digits.
double digits.
Yeah.
Easy.
As an adult, yeah.
Yeah.
As an adult, shit yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever shit myself.
I've shit myself.
You're only young man. Give it time.
Yeah.
Well, you've had it.
I've shit myself, walked in, changed my pants, been like, oh man, that sucked. Walked out of the room and then shit myself in my clean pants again.
Fuck.
Like, yeah, I'm not going to work.
What was the cause for most of them? Drinking or just...
Look, just being this, whatever this is, it just doesn't agree with me.
He's into pegging.
I've never been pegged.
Oh yeah.
No. We should make that fucking stand-up bit way better if it was true. But I've never actually been pegged.
Well, you know how to fix the bit then.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Which is good because
Pegged.
all your other bits, fuck.
My wife's strap-on is fucking seriously way too big. Like you can't attack this virgin asshole with that. Like it's not happening.
Can I just chime in for a sec?
Yeah.
Mitch, were you not in like the defense force?
Yeah.
And they're letting in men that shit themselves as adults.
Yeah.
I'm scared. If that's the front line, just in the trenches, shitting yourself and then just lobbing it over like a hand grenade.
That'll show Al Qaeda, man. You really proved it.
Dude, would you charge at a dude who's got like shit in his hands? Like, I'm not fucking with that dude.
I wouldn't go near a man that has shit in his pants. Shit in his hands.
Yeah. Fuck it. Why
That's
not?
how we're gonna win.
Turd grenade?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a running competition last year. I think I won. I
You
came
did.
in at 5, was it?
4, I think. I was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
In a
of
year.
the year.
In a year, yeah. Yeah, sharded 4 times last year.
That's once per quarter. If we want to talk finance terms.
Oh man, I've been out on my way to site, driving through Singleton, and shit myself in the car, like laughed and farted, but it was like, and then shit myself. It was I called it a giggle shit, and it was just like, you've never been like more defeated in your life than the day you've got to call your boss and be like, I can't make it to site. He's like, why? I was like, I just shit myself and I'm in a McDonald's car park and I've got to go clean my ass.
Most people don't say that. They're like, can't make it today, champ. I'm sick. And then that's it.
And you'd be
Leave
like,
it at that.
what are you doing
If you really
halfway
went
to
to the
site? He's like, what are you doing? He'd be like, what are you doing halfway to site if you're already sick? Because we had GPS trackers
Oh,
on
in
our
your car.
cars.
Oh, you're fucked then.
Yeah. And it was like, yeah, nah, fucking shit myself.
And you still kept your job.
Yeah, well, yeah, sort of.
That's a whole nother story.
It's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to walk into the McDonald's car park, and they'd literally just finished cleaning it, and I was like, oh fuck. And they don't
In the
have
car
pa-
park. You were cleaning yourself in the car park.
Well, I had
In
to
the
go
toilet,
to the
you're in the
bathroom.
toilet,
Yeah, I
okay,
went in the
okay.
toilets, and they don't have bins there
Yeah, the
either.
way you said it sounded like you were fucking.
Like you walked out of there with it. Like, sorry, I gotta leave, walk to the car park, clean, and then come
Yeah.
back and get my McChicken. Get my filet-o-fish. Bro, you look like a guy that would eat a filet-o-fish.
Oh, man, I love me a fillet of fish.
Did you shit yourself before you got to Macca's though, or were you brave enough? You're like, I got this. I can handle Macca's today.
No. I was on my way, shit myself, and I was like, oh, luckily there's a McDonald's here. I can change my
You
underpants.
used the McDonald's.
They literally just finished cleaning it. And I was like, I got to throw these underpants out.
And you walked in and they were like, hey, Mitch, filet? And you were like,
Well,
no,
I
it's a
walked
shit
in there
situation
and
again.
they've don't have bins in McDonald's bathrooms anymore. They're paperless now.
Yeah, probably because of people like you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, where do you throw your fucking shitty undies if there's no bin?
Put it down the toilet.
Put it in the
it
top of the system like a normal person.
You're a fucking animal.
Just leave it for the next
I just
customer.
have to be like, do I walk through the McDonald's restaurant while people are eating
no.
breakfast holding shitty underpants and throw them in the bin there?
To
Or
be fair,
do
those
I-
people are eating breakfast at McDonald's, so what do they fucking expect? You're eating a sausage McMuffin before you go to work. You deserve some shitty underwear walking past you, dude.
And I'm like, I'm standing there in the bathroom and they've just been cleaned as well. Like I've literally walked in as the cleaners walked out. So I'm like, all
Did
right,
they
fuck.
tip your hat to you as they walked out?
No. He's just like, that dude's going to destroy some toilets. Like, I was like all pale and sweaty. Yeah, and like, I was like, oh fuck, I gotta leave him here, but I'm a gentleman, so I'll at least tell the cleaner, because it's the worst when you walk into a fucked up toilet. So the cleaner's literally just finished. I'm like, yeah, man, someone left some shitty underpants. Knowing full well, I was the only person who'd walked into the bathroom.
And the cleaner was like, I was just in there.
Yeah.
I gave it a pretty thorough look over. I didn't see any shitty underwear.
And he's just like, all right, thanks for telling me. Just
Oh,
like,
what
just
a defeated man.
yeah, just defeated, like, fuck.
Oh, that's rough.
You know, my brother.
Not
used-
as rough as it was for me shitting myself.
No, it's worse
poor
for
you.
him. It's way worse for him.
Yeah.
At least he
heaps
had a
worse.
bin to eat. Yeah.
First day my brother worked at Hungry Jack's, he had to clean a turd off the slippery tip. First day.
Did I tell you about my feud with the McDonald's, King Street McDonald's?
No.
I went through there. My wife used to always, she stopped doing it because of this incident. She always used to get like sweet and sour sauce with her chips. And we went through, I ordered the sweet and sour sauce. I get there and they didn't give us a sweet and sour sauce. And they always fuck up my order there. So I was like pretty annoyed. I'm like, you forgot the sweet and sour sauce. She's like, you didn't order it. I'm like, yes, I did. She's like, no, you didn't. It's not on the docket. I'm like, I don't care what your docket says. I ordered it. She's like, no. I'm like, get the manager. She's like, I am the manager.
God, you're one of those people.
Yeah. I'm a Karen.
Oh, God, you're a Karen.
She's
man.
like, oh, get the manager. She's like, I am the manager. And I'm like reaching for my Coke to just throw it at her. Like I was so
What?
hungry.
Fuck you.
Over 30 cents of fucking sweet and sour sauce.
What is wrong
I
with
was
you?
a different person back then.
He's really not.
All right.
You should
Anyway.
have just threatened to use their bathroom, man. They were
Well, 1 o'clock, a couple of weeks later, I've got to take a shit. So I just shit on the top of their toilet. Lid down.
You're fucked.
That's fucked up, man.
The lady who fucking forgot my sweet and sour sauce wasn't even on shift at the time. Like, you know, I was just like,
She was working drive-through.
you.
She wouldn't have had to clean it up anyway.
I know. But I was drunk and fucking angry, and like you know what? That fucking toilet was packed, and it smelled bad. And then I've just walked out, and I've walked pretty fast because I'm like, if someone sees that I've done this, I'm gonna get assaulted. And I'm so
Rightly
fucking
so.
Yeah, no, I deserved a punch in the head. Yeah, and someone's like, what the fuck? And you can just hear the whole bathroom like losing it. And I'm like, yeah, fucking let's get out
I
of here.
think as you walked out of there, just taking a shit on top of a lid in a McDonald's, as a revenge shit,
Yeah.
you thought, I'm ready to be a stand-up comedian. that was the moment that you're like, I'm ready.
Oh man, it was, yeah, not my finest moment.
I've heard of revenge shits before. My dad did one when he was fucking staying at this hotel, and they stole money out of the safe. Like the cleaners must have known the passcode or something. Because
Well, why was he putting money in the safe?
I don't fucking know.
Because he's old.
Yeah.
guess
Old
so.
people do stuff like that.
He's like, Anyway, money was gone when he got back. So before he left, he like took a shit and then just like hid it in random locations around the room. Hid it like under the bed and like up in the air
Did he
conditioner.
chop it up like a banana for
Yeah,
a
I think
baby?
so. Yeah, he was just like mashing it around in like really fucked up places in the radiator and stuff like that.
That's not going to affect the cleaners. That's going to affect the poor bastard who gets in the room next when the cleaner's like, I can't find the smell. Fuck it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, by that logic, same with the shit on the toilet, man.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
That's the
right.
problem with the revenge shit. You never know who it's gonna fucking hit. It's collateral damage.
I heard this story. My very first jiu-jitsu coach, Stav, his name was. He was this fucking just a walking muscle nugget, like just a nugget of muscle. And he used to have this game at the units called Sneaky Shit. And literally, like, someone would just walk up in the section and be like, all right, sneaky shit. And then you had to, like, go find where that person took the shit. And, like, it'd be in weird places, like someone's locker or, like, in the intake of an aircraft or something like that. Anyway.
I'm
they
glad
said-
this is where taxpayer money is
yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah. So they're looking for this shit, like, all week. They can't find it. They're like, fuck, man. All right, you won.
Fucking great
Where's
ways to
the
walk
shit?
away, man.
Yeah, it was in one of the other sections, fucking like hot water urn that they've been making coffee with the whole fucking week.
Nah, that doesn't add up because wouldn't that shit like in boiling water disintegrate over the week and like
I'm not the one. I didn't make the story up.
well, someone did because that sounds like bullshit.
Probably.
The Australian Defence Force are just McNuggets taking shits in urns.
Yeah,
Those are the people defending.
I
our
don't know.
country.
I want to know how he got in there and like lifted the urn up. I can put it in there.
Would have had to be a solid one.
He's a fucking ninja. He's a shit ninja.
Fuck yeah! All right, are we done here?
48 minutes.
Oh fuck!
48 minutes. 12 minutes to go. Let's power through this.
But
Any more shit stories?
it's over if someone gets knocked out.
I've been praying for that all afternoon. It still hasn't happened.
Oh wow, you've knocked me out before.
Did I really though? It wasn't really a knockout.
Yeah, Ethan knocked me out once.
How'd you do
like
that?
wobbled him
He punched me in the back of the head.
in the back of the ear,
Yeah.
like right behind here.
Yeah, right behind my head.
Why'd you do that?
We were sparring. I
I
used
was
to
like,
smoke
this is a
cones
weird
lot.
thing to do in a big bath. Get it? Sparring.
Ah.
Fucking horrible.
Fucking hell.
This is how not to comedy. All right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
Anyway, I used to get high all the time, and Mitch was like, "Oh, I'm going to help my friend out and like, you know, get him out, get him active because he's in the house all the time, just smoking cones in the garage all day." So we used to go sparring at a gym over at Mayfield, and he just beat the fuck out of me all the time. And
It was so
then
much fun.
this was before he was fat
Yeah.
and he could move, and yeah, I just got like a, I don't know, like a lucky swing in and just like clipped him in the back of the ear, and
You knocked him out.
It was strange because I was standing up straight and then I woke, like I came back and I was just like my back against the cage. It was the fucking strangest thing. No headaches or anything like that. It was just like shut the lights off for half a second.
And then he forgot his 12 times tables.
and the word denial.
I got punched in the back of the head one time in Grafton. It was the middle
What a
of the
surprise.
But this is crazy. I've been to like Rio to Brazil at like 4 a.m. really drunk and never been assaulted, like dangerous places.
Yeah.
In the main street of Grafton on a Wednesday in the middle of the day, some guy on meth just went at me in the back of the head. And I was like 16. And he had like tattooed like the prison numbers all over him and stuff.
Good.
And then, but he didn't punch me hard enough, so I didn't get knocked out. And so I just kind of looked at him for a while. I'd never been in a fight before.
He's like, damn, usually that works.
Yeah, literally, and I was just like blinking. I was like, why'd you do that? Like a kid. Because I'm not going to fight this guy because I'm going to lose. He's been to prison. I'll fucking die.
Yeah.
And then he was just standing there. He was kind of faded. And then his dad was there also. His father walked up. And I looked at his dad and I went, hey, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And he was like, what happened? And I was like, this guy just punched me in the back of the head. And he was like, sorry. And then they got in the car and they drove away. And there was no witnesses. It was an empty street on a Wednesday in the middle of the day. And I was just tripping, and blood coming down. And I was like,
Oh, he cut ya?
yeah, he got it. I don't know. He had something on, maybe like a ring. Or
ring.
some shit. Yeah, and he cut me in the back of the head. That was crazy. And then I walked into my parents' ice cream store, which was like 10 meters down the road. And I was like, my parents were like, hey, Jordan. I was like, hey, I don't really know where I am right now, guys. Like,
Can I have a free ice cream? I earned it.
yeah,
That's what I would have said.
That was the only time I've been assaulted was by that meth guy.
Man, I've been assaulted so many times. It's great. Usually I was...
Sometimes
I deserved
sexually. Yeah. You want to tell that story?
It's not assault when
how you
you
got
do it.
fingered?
No, I'm not telling the story how I got fingered.
No, come on.
I was stuck in a car and it was a weird position. One of my friends just started like poking me in the ass. But it was like I was super ticklish. I don't know why. And it was the weirdest experience of my life.
Did you get in there, though? Was it like pants down?
Pretty far, yeah.
Whoa, there was penetration.
It wasn't like... Yeah,
That was one of the 3 times he shit himself.
Have you ever been like, you remember when you were a kid and you got tickled and you just couldn't help
Not about
laughing?
anus, bro. I didn't have that kind of uncle, bro. You know when you're a kid and you get stuck in a car and some guy fingers you in the ass? No.
I wasn't even a kid. It's fucked.
The child lock was on. It was horrific.
Oh, fuck. My ribs hurt.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. This has been a fun podcast.
It has. And the great thing is that thanks to Brady, we'll actually have this one recorded properly, which is fucking awesome.
Well, it's because someone did the sound check right.
Not getting into that shit again. Yeah.
Oh, man. Usually it's me who actually fucks up the podcast. So Ethan's the one who started doing the sound check. And now that he's fucked one up.
No, I fucked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're both as useless as each other.
Yeah.
But at least I didn't record the laptop microphone.
Yeah. We've done that more than once, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, just awkward silence.
Yeah.
Like, we both make eye contact like, yeah, we're
We're
good
both,
at this.
We're both pieces of shit. We shouldn't.
Yeah.
We shouldn't podcast, but we do anyway.
Now we got our own Jamie. I mean, James. Yep, super awkward. Just
I'm not going to chime in when I'm asked.
Have we got any, yeah. You do social media and shit? Do you do social media?
I do, but most of my stuff is private.
Do you do FAP of the week?
FAP of the week? What's FAP of the week?
We do FAP of the week.
Is it
sometimes.
the best jerk off you had in the week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You
this
fucking
week.
nailed that. Usually we got to explain it.
Hey man,
We knew.
I'm 20.
Because it's such a crazy concept.
Some people it is.
You caught me in a good week.
Yeah?
Actually, my game's up. Last week went full week, no FAP.
What are you, gay?
Thought so for a second. I was seeing colors, dude. I was seeing the 5th dimension, bro. I was getting superpowers.
You getting
I
them
could
no
feel.
FAP gains? Like
Yeah.
people that'll
I
actually
was
do
good.
that shit?
Yeah, I could feel myself becoming more intelligent.
Yep.
And then knock around on Monday, back to regular old shitting in knackers, you know. back to regularly scheduled
Bashing
programming.
yourself.
Half of the week. Oh, I can't even remember them.
I got caught by my wife the other day,
Oh.
and it was fucking so awkward because it was right on my vinegar strokes. Like,
He wasn't
and-
even mid FAP, just
and I
Cleaning
was at
yourself
the
up.
end, I was like, oh yeah, and you're at your most vulnerable. And she just walked in because I was using the Wi-Fi. Usually I turn it off so it doesn't fuck with her thing. She's like, are you fucking watching YouTube in here or something? Oh. I'm like, oh, don't look at me.
And you're just a sticky man, just
yeah.
rubbing one out.
She's like, caught ya. And then I hear her go back downstairs. She's on Discord. She's like, he was fucking jerking off.
Oh, so now a bunch of other sweaty, sticky teenagers. God, that woman's husband is a fucking loser.
You got to write a bit about that. The only reason she was upset was because he was slowing down the internet with his fucking Pornhub video.
Yeah. It was one of those nerdy Pornhub videos as well.
The nerdy ones.
They're the best, where they dress up like fucking video game characters and put stuff in their butt.
Oh, I'm not into that.
Ah,
I feel like I'm super vanilla, you know? Anything. Also, there's that feeling of just shame after pornography.
I don't get that anymore.
You don't get porn shame?
I had that for a while, especially with the shit that I watch, but I'm beyond that. I've escalated into a new dimension.
I'm gonna go on
gravity.
Pornhub and I'm gonna look up like CCTV camera footage of you shitting on a lid in a McDonald's bathroom. It's gotta be on there, dude.
it's one of their most popular videos.
Actually, surprising for me, I have not had a fap this week.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Fucking,
it's Sunday. You full weeked it.
Shaz is like, what?
what? Yeah,
What have you
actually,
been doing with all your spare time?
comedy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So,
Fuck,
yeah.
you tell jokes?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm fucking so tired.
And you're on it, man. Every day.
You're on the grind.
Yeah.
Fuck, it must be nice when people ask you to be on their shows.
Yeah, what's it like to be booked? It's
You were booked on the same show.
Yeah, I'm the only one here who hasn't been booked.
I went down to Sticks and Stones, which is usually fucking horrific. I just thought it can't be any worse than the Crown after the other night. So
Yeah.
down I went.
You just gotta keep digging that hole.
Yeah.
We can't even get booked when you're fucking the booker.
That's true.
I'm not letting that go, Shaz.
Should we plug her
I'm
thingo?
people can vote for me next year, so get over it.
Oh yeah,
Confident that I'll still be with her
year.
next year, apparently.
she's confident that I won't die of a fucking heart attack by then.
That's,
Yeah,
no, I'm taking my pay from that gig and I'm gonna just buy a whole bunch of plastic and throw it in the ocean. 'Cause I need the gig to keep going, you know? We need to fuck up these ones a bit more, otherwise I'll have to find a new
If they
cause.
fix the ocean, she won't have a need to fucking do the gig.
Let's keep these rooms open, guys. Come on.
You're a piece of
Oh man,
So that's Sea Shelter Comedy. What's the date? 12th of March, is it? 14th of March?
14th
Fuck,
of
I was
March.
close.
How many tickets you sold so far?
107 so far.
How many do you
Yeah.
need to break even?
We've just broken even,
Fuck yeah.
That is perfect.
which is great. So anything else is profit, but the more the better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for a ticket.
You live right next door. Just turn up. It's like heaps close.
Yeah,
You'll be right, mate.
no,
Alright. Fucking stay home.
stay home and
Jack off and
off.
yeah, do that shit.
Gotta keep coming up with material for this podcast.
Yeah,
Just keep,
all of this material. That
just keep cranking them out. It's for the podcast, honey. I need content. Fucking hell, man.
oh man.
That'll do. Let's finish on a win. That was
Alright.
No, that was
shit.
good.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Sea Shelter Comedy.
It's been fun.
What's the date, Shaz? 14th of March. Sea Shelter Comedy. It'll be out by then, won't it? This podcast? Maybe. We'll see.
And check out What Street Comedy too.
Oh yeah, What Street Comedy?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's monthly, it's Comedy Club in Newcastle, Splitters events, or just 48 Watt Street. Check it out, it's pretty good.
Awesome. And check out all the other open mic shit
Yeah.
coming up in Newcastle.
Brady, what's the name of this studio? Has it got a name yet?
Newcastle Video Podcast Studio.
Yeah, Newcastle Video Podcast Studio. Thank you very much for having us here. It's been great. It's been professional. I nearly
Unlike
knocked
us.
over your thing there before. It was good. It was good. God, I'm a fat mess.
Alright, kill it. Bye. I love you.
Cool.
Mwah.
Thanks.